Got a quick unboxing for you today. It's a Lee Valley low angle block plane. What makes this one different is that it is what's known as a Blemish tool or a manufacturing second. So let's get it open. So the manufacturing arm of Lee Valley is known as Veritas. They make all kinds of hand planes and other tools. And they make them, a lot of them right here in Canada. 10 or more years ago, I was able to tour the Lee Valley factory in Ottawa, which was really fascinating to see the manufacturing going on there. It's interesting because we think of Lee Valley a lot for woodworking tools, but of course the factory is all full of machinists and those type of tools. And every year they have a special sale. If you're on their mailing list, they'll tell you about it. So since they manufacture their own tools, they also end up with what's known as seconds, where there's a cosmetic blemish or something, so they can't sell it as a perfect tool, and they collect those all together, and once a year, I think it's once a year, maybe it's twice a year. Once a year or so they have a sale. If you're on the Lee Valley mailing lists, you will hear about this, and then you'll get invited to show up. This year it was October 27th, and you had to be there at noon Eastern time, and then you got put in this lineup on the website. It's all through this funky software, and then at noon they would open it up and they'd let people in chunks where they could buy these tools at a discount, and it doesn't last long. I got there right at noon, and I checked again like an hour and a half later, and it was like 80% sold out. So like I said, this is the low angle block plane from Veritas, made in Canada. And it's got, right here on the box. Oh, where is it? Right there on the box. They have it marked with a B, so B grade. And it comes with a PMV11 blade. I've heard these blades are shipped sharpened. And owner's manual. And here's the plane itself, which is wrapped in paper. There we go. All right, let's look for the blemish. And I think I found it already. Right there, let me zoom in. Right here on the cheek of the plane, there is a little, I can get my fingernail in it. There's just a little notch in the side of the casting. Otherwise, this left side of the casting looks perfect. I got the focus. Hard to focus on shiny things. The bottom looks good. We'll check it for a flat in a moment. Left side of the casting. Again, and then there's the top. And that might be it. Now looking at the top of the plane, this to me looks pristine. I don't see any issues. Let's loosen off the lever cap and pop that back. There's a brass knob for tightening it. There's a plastic piece in here for packaging while it's shipped. The inside of the plane. There's a nice flat bed here where the blade will lie. It's got these, can you see that? There's little set screws for adjusting it, and the adjusting knob. Anyways, there are no blemishes or anything here that looks like a problem. So I brought it over here to my table saw and I put it down just to feel, and it's like, yeah, it almost feels like it sticks to the table. It is nice and flat, and I also have my straight edge, and I don't know if I can really show that to the camera, but there is no light. That is a nicely flat bottom on the plane. Then bringing it in closer, I've got my machinist square here, and I'm doing my best to get the camera to sight along to show that I've got a perfect 90-degree angle there. Yeah. And then on the other side, let's get that in view. Yeah. So I loaded the blade up in my Veritas honing jig, and I gave it literally maybe 20, 30 seconds on 1200 grit paper, and I am shaving hair off my arm. Yeah, I don't consider myself particularly strong in sharpening, so I'm not going to talk about sharpening anymore, but wow, that's sharp. All right, let's get the blade onto the bed and the cover in place. So here it's a depth and angle all at once. You loosen it and you can swing it side to side to get it nice and straight. Then I'll tighten things down. And this knob lets me close up the mouth. And here I have a piece of walnut in, and I'll just take off some of the end grain. Or a piece of maple for some chamfering on the corners here. So I'm going to call it there. This video is not about tuning or adjusting a plane. I'm not really an expert on that. This was just about the purchase and unboxing and taking a look at one of these Blemish planes. And oh, it's on the wrong side. That's it. That's all I can see that's wrong with this plane. And I shouldn't have to say it, but this is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money. I just thought you might be interested if you've seen these advertisements from Lee Valley for the Blemish tool sale. This is the first time I've purchased something there, and I would certainly have no worries about purchasing something else if this sort of little cosmetic damage is all you're going to get. So, Lee Valley Veritas low angle block plane, beautiful plane, beautiful condition. I don't really care about this little nick. That's my unboxing, my first impressions, and thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one.